with a spin, 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 with a spin.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn Channel, Sweat by Street Back. We live, we active here on the channel. Yeah. Let's talk hoops. Let's talk NBA Finals Game 1. It's in the books. And it was a blowout. It was a good first half. Cleveland Golden State Game 1. It was a good first half. The teams battled. Golden State was up by, I think, 8 at the half. But second half, Golden State ran away with it. Ended up winning by, I think it was 122 to 91. So, I mean, they ran away with that one at the end. And the number one factor in the win for Golden State was turnovers. Cleveland had 19 turnovers. You just cannot give the Golden State Warriors easy buckets off turnovers like that. And they gave up so many offensive rebounds that resulted in second chance points. A lot of them threes. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant both went for over 30. I mean, I know Durant. I'm pretty sure Steph went over 32. I can't remember. If it wasn't, he was like 29. He was right there. I'm not. Excuse me. I don't have the box score right in front of me. But yeah, LeBron had a good game. Almost had a triple-double. Kyrie had a solid game. Kevin Love had 15 points and like 20 rebounds, which is awesome. But a lot of the rebounds, I'm giving him mad credit for. He played extremely well on the defensive, on the rebounding the basketball. Kevin Love played well there. Offensively, though, and this is going to be a matchup to continue to watch for the rest of this series. Draymond Green gives Kevin Love fits on the defensive side of the ball. Like, he finished with 15, so statistically you might say, oh, he didn't do that bad. But first half of that game, and when it counted, he was not a factor. He was never able to get it going. He just was never a factor. I mean, sure, the 19 turnovers doesn't help, but they're going to need more from Kevin Love. And Kevin Love is going to have a tough series with Draymond Green guarding him a lot of the time. So that is something to look out for. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green both did not shoot the ball well at all. But you know Draymond is going to have games where he doesn't shoot the ball well, and so is Klay. The thing you want from them is to give it to you on the defensive end of the ball, and they did. Watching that game, I just have so much respect for Klay Thompson's defense. He's so underrated on the defensive side of the ball. We all know what Draymond Green is going to do on the defensive side of the ball. But Klay Thompson is such an underrated defender on the defensive side of the ball. He makes it tough for Kyrie Irving. He's a big body for him. And it's a reprise for Steph Curry, who doesn't have to spend the entire game chasing Kyrie Irving around the court. It's always good for the Golden State that they can switch off and put Klay Thompson on Kyrie Irving. That's a very good matchup. And it's also a very good matchup because at the two-guard position, Cleveland does not really have a serious threat. So even when they switch, Steph Curry isn't expending that much energy on the defensive side of the ball because their two-guard is not much of a scoring threat. You don't get much scoring from the two-guard position with Cleveland. But it's only one game. No reason to if you're a Cleveland fan, no reason to start preparing your noose to hang yourself because it's only one game. We all remember what happened last year. But Durant came out, was focused. I mean, it looked like he had 10 dunks in the first quarter alone. I mean, the defense was... Here's the thing. They played solid defense for a little while. But here's another very telling stat. They scored, I believe, 30 points in the first quarter. And then Golden State only gave up 60 points over the next 3 quarters. Finishing with 91 points. So that's a good defensive team right there. You give up 30 points in the first quarter, you make adjustments, you only end up giving up 91 for the game. I'm telling you, this Golden State team is a solid defensive team. Do not sleep on them defensively. Talk about the legit defenders they have in Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Klay Thompson. legit defenders that can guard multiple positions. And then you throw in Kevin Durant, who's he's not the greatest defender, but he's a long body who's tough to get around, and he made it difficult for LeBron James. You're not going to stop LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. They're going to get theirs, but he made them work, especially making them work on the defensive end with his scoring. So that's the thing you always got to, this Golden State team is going to be tough, man. They're going to be tough. So we'll see. It was a good game one. We'll see where we go for Game 2. Game 2 is on Sunday back in Golden State, so we shall see. I want to see more from Klay Thompson. I need to have at least one game where Klay Thompson goes for 20, 25 points. I'm going to need Klay Thompson to get it going. He was off. He could not hit anything. He had a couple buckets, but he could not get anything consistently going. Did not shoot the ball. I think at one point he was like 2 for 11. It was rough. Very rough for Klay. But he'll turn it around. He's a good shooter. He always will. And he always gives it to you on the defensive end. So I'm not talking bad about Klay at all. I'd much rather see him, because that's the thing about it. Golden State can still win this series with Klay Thompson not putting up 20, 25 points. They cannot win this series if Steph Curry's not putting up 20, 25 points. They need Kevin Durant and Steph Curry to carry most of that load scoring, and then get help from Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, the rest of the guys. But you need the bulk of that scoring to come from Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. You need Durant and Thompson. You need Draymond and Thompson on the defensive end, because you don't have anybody that's going to stop Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, but you have to be able to contain them. And being able to contain Kevin Love is also huge. He is the third monster in that three-headed thing, and they did a great job in containing him. I'd like to see them do better on the rebounding with him, because 21 rebounds is ridiculous. Shouts out to Kevin Love for that. But the work that Draymond did on the defensive end to keep him from scoring effectively was huge, and a huge reason why they won that game. So, all right, let's wrap it up. Quick Game 1 recap. Game 2, I'll be back for that. You know how we do here on the channel. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace. 100, y'all.
Let's go. We celebrating on this one, baby.
This is our celebration.
Motivate a whole team like I'm Coach Boone. Put me over any beat, now that's a dope move.